Hello, this is a message for someone who has trouble believing. Someone who doesn't have a lot of faith or belief. This is someone that reality, if this message is for you, is you're kind of an atheist, but you don't want to admit that to yourself. So you struggle a lot with manifesting or general faith in life and things being good and things working out and God working things out and divine timing, things like that. This is very, 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 very hard for you. And so what I'm getting is you're someone who is a spiritual person. You try to be spiritual, you cling to that, but you just don't believe. So then you face that constantly, and so you're like, is my faith not working for me? Well, it's more so like you just don't have faith. So no matter how much you engage in spirituality or religion or any of that, you lack the basic belief system to back it up. So what you're going to have to do here, because I can see that you, one, you're suffering, and two, you want to tap into your spirituality, and you want to have faith, and you want to believe, and you do want to see what other people see and feel the way they do. Okay. So here's the deal. You're gonna have to go really deep and real with yourself as to why you don't have faith. And it's usually when someone doesn't, it's because they think things are bad in the world or their own life that have and or people who they know and care about. They think, bad things happen to good people and bad things have happened to me. And so how could I have faith that only the right things happen at the right time, for example? Okay, divine timing. Well, so no matter how much you hammer it in, the fact is deep down, you don't believe it because you haven't experienced it. You feel like you haven't experienced it. So the solution to this is actually you're gonna have to take some serious time for yourself, first of all. And it would be, it could be very useful to journal about this, but you can also just, think it through. You have to think about all the times things have worked out. It's a matter of perspective. I'm seeing someone whose life focus is very much on how things don't work or how things are bad. Like, so maybe even though you try to be spiritual, you're a person who has a really negative worldview. And you think everything really sucks and is really going in the wrong direction. Okay, so that doesn't really, that reveals that you don't have faith in God and things happening for the best. So you have to go deep into your life experience and look at those times where things seem to have gone wrong for you or your family or anyone you were close to, but in the long run they were a blessing in disguise, and they gave these experiences, even though they were bad, they enriched you in some way that was positive and changed and shaped your life. And I'm sure you'll come up with many, many, many instances, because all of our lives are full of those. All of our destinies and life paths are full of those moments. But most of us don't spend a lot of time thinking about those. Now, the people who have very strong faith, they mostly just focus on that when they look back on their journey, or even in their current journey. They look at how every experience, whether good or bad, is serving their soul to become better. Okay? So once you are able to look at your own life and past experiences through that lens, you'll start to be able to look at the world a little bit more like that too. And you'll start to understand that when bad things happen, there's a larger purpose, and many things are coming out of it that are positive and moving us forward individually, collectively, as a species. Okay? So once you start seeing that, it's hard not to have faith. Okay? So again, this is a message for someone who really wants to believe, who thinks they believe, but then they encounter real life roadblocks in their faith and manifesting process that prove that they don't believe, and they struggle deeply with faith. So again, this is all a learning process for you too. You're going through this for a reason. This test of faith is happening to you for a reason. It's so you develop it. It's like, you know, you were weak so you could build yourself up to be strong. The value is in the journey. Okay? So I hope that helps somebody.